Welcome back to Champ & Sons, everybody, and today we are starting the Major League Baseball 2020 season. It is opening day. Today I'm bringing you the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels, and what should be wonderful, great, intense action. And throughout the season, I'm not going to be bringing you 162 games. I do not have the time or the patience. But we will be spotlighting certain games. I can tell you I'm an Astros fan. Regardless of the cheating, I'm still a fan. So I will probably be bringing the Astros more often. However, I will try to get to most teams that we can. Just so y'all know, I did not touch the controls at all during this game. This is how the computer plays it out. This is completely on them, not on me at all. I'm just bringing you the action. And so we start off Game 1 of the 2020 season here in the top of the first. No outs. Ooh, high and inside for a ball. That was close. Verlander's known for having a high pitch count, though. And he does like to try to paint the corners. He doesn't have overwhelming speed, but he gives it his best to paint the black, if you know what I'm saying. All right, and so it's still fighting. 2-2, 0 outs, top of the first inning. And he goes wild. Just a bit outside, you could say, off the backstop. Full count, and he hits a grounder to Altuve at second, who's going to throw him out at first. Way to go, way to play. Let's get this season going. David Fletcher, the Angels second baseman, comes up second. Had a pretty decent 2019 campaign. You know, it definitely could have been better, but it wasn't the worst. And obviously, if he'd quit letting balls like that go straight over the middle of the plate, he probably would have performed a little bit better. Verlander is on fire with that off-speed pitch, hitting the inside corner. 0-2, 1 out. Here it comes, and he hits a high one. And it's just going to be a little blooper out to left field. All right, Anthony Rendon, in the 2019 regular season, 34 home runs and 126 RBIs, stepping to the plate. No on, 2 outs. Got to be careful with him, though. So he's kind of not really going right at him, but being careful, pitching on the edges. Fouled that one hard off into the right into the stands. 1-1, 2 outs, top of the first. Nobody on. And the pitch just comes, and it's inside. Inside fastball. 96. That's a decent fastball. But that's where he really gets you, is with that off speed on the corners. They're throwing that off speed pitch low and inside. And he gives it to him again, and he hits it deep. Oh, what a catch for the final out of the first inning. So no runs on no hits. And the Astros have Michael Brantley, Alex Bregman, and Jose Altuve. The man, the myth, the little fella. Michael Brantley steps up to the plate, had 22 home runs last season. Pretty decent season, but he kind of fell off in the playoffs. And that really did hurt some of the Astros' productions in the World Series. We really needed him to come through. Trash can, no trash can. He just couldn't pull it off. That's all right, though. New year, new beginnings. Letting that one go by good eye. 1-1. Bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch. Shohei Ohtani has got some vicious movement. That off-speed went from center of the plate down to his feet. No wonder he whiffed on it. Oh, and he gets a hold of it, and he hits it straight to the left fielder. Well, you know, it's one of those things you'd like for it to be better, but hey, getting contact is kind of what we need. Alex Bregman, 41 homers, 112 RBIs last year. The beast himself coming to the plate. Mr. Astro. Ho! High and inside, trying to throw a little bit of that chin music at him. The man's got 99 career home runs. Looking for number 100. Maybe it'll happen today. Ball 2, good eye, low and inside with the off speed. Here he comes back, 2-0, bottom of the first, 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch is coming. Ho! It paints that edge with the fastball. Hoo-hoo-hoo. There's no point swinging at one like that. Even if you do hit it, you ain't going to do nothing with it. Bregman looks kind of foolish. He does do that every now and then. He does swing kind of at some wild pitches. Then again, a lot of the Astros do. Bregman makes contact. Can he beat it out? Oh, they throw it to Pujols at first for the out number 2. All right, little fella's up to bat. 31 homers, 74 RBIs last year. Bottom of the first, nobody on, 2 outs. Ohtani with the delivery. Down low, outside of the zone for ball 1. Okay, Altuve standing strong, staying ready. And the delivery. Oh, he hits it down low, right to the second baseman. Well, you'd like to see him swing at some things a little bit better, but that's all right. So we got Trout, LaStella, and Upton coming up in the top of the second for the Angels. This is where their batting lineup gets kind of dangerous. Mike Trout is dangerous at all times. Look at that. 45 home runs, over 100 RBI, and 11 stolen bases. The dude's got some wheels along with the power. Verlander delivers. Trout gets a hold of it, but pushes it foul. And here he comes with the 0-1 delivery. Down low for a ball. 1-1 with that fastball. Down low. Could not keep it up. Whoo, down low again. You got to pitch to him carefully, and that's what Verlander's doing. He's being careful with Trout. You got to kind of respect the man that is at the plate. 2-2 outside fastball. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Swing, and he gets a miss. Strikeout number 1 on the season for Justin Verlander. Now to the plate, Tommy LaStella. And the delivery down low. He's been throwing them kind of low this first couple innings. So hopefully he'll bring that up and we can start getting some more strikes going. Off speed on the outside low corner. Back door, as they say. There it is again. He hits it with him. Verlander's feeling that off-speed pitch. Now at 1-2 with the delivery. Inside, 2-2. All right. So it's 2-2, top of the second. Only 1 out, nobody on. And he delivers the pitch. He hits it. He comes around too early. He was expecting that fastball. Foul ball. And the 2-2 delivery again. Ooh, he throws it into the dirt, trying to get him to swing and look foolish. Full count. And the pitch. He gets a hold of it. It drops right in front of Brantley. First hit of the season. First hit of the game. So now 1 man on, 1 out. Upton is up to bat. The delivery by Verlander coming from the stretch. High on the fastball. 1-0. And here he comes with the delivery for pitch number 2. Woo! Off-speed pitch, left it kind of hanging. 1-1. That should have been hit out of. Could probably hit out of Houston. And the delivery down low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike with man on first and 1 out to Upton. And the delivery. Oh, and he fouls that one off. He hits a hard butt foul, as they say. 2-2. Here he comes. Fanned him. He didn't have a chance at that nastiness. Second strikeout of the game. Second strikeout of the inning. Now there's 2 outs, a man on first. And Verlander delivers. He gets a ground ball down foul past the first base side. Goodwin has not had a very good career against Verlander. Although if you notice, he hasn't had that many opportunities. Good eye on that one, just a bit outside, 1-1. Ooh, ball down low with the fastball. See, he's still throwing that low. 2-1. He needs to bring it up, but he's smart enough to not just bring it up belt high. Woo-hoo! Whiffed on that one. Man, that was in the glove before he even swung the bat. 2-2, 2 outs, and the delivery. He fouls it back off the backstop. So 22 pitches this inning. See, Verlander, he does have a high pitch count pretty often, but he's got the energy to fight through it. And look at that. 3rd strikeout of the game, 3rd of the inning. Up next for Houston is Alvarez, Gurriel, and Springer coming to the plate. Some big power coming. Yordan Alvarez, 27 home runs last year. Bottom of the second. First pitch from Shohei Ohtani. Look at that speed, 99. Right at the bottom of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Oh, he tries it again. Just a bit bit too low. So 1-1. Bottom of the second, nobody out. Delivery to Alvarez. Outside. He's rocketing that fastball. 3 straight fastballs to Alvarez. And the pitch. Whoo! He brought in that off speed, kind of left it a little higher than he would like to. Luckily, he fouled it off. 2-2. Here he comes. Oh, he's starting to get that timing of that fastball now. He's had 2 straight fouls. We're still at 2-2, bottom of the second. Oh, he bounces one right past him. Full count. And here comes the payoff pitch from Ohtani. He delivers. Oh, it's gone. Ho, 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 ho. See you later. Someone say, oh, baby, oh, baby. First hit of the season for the Astros is a home run. Look at that. Didn't even have a chance. Yeah, you watch that ball go, sir. You earned that. That was a thing of power and beauty. Look at it flying out there into the second deck of the right field. What an impressive blast. The Astros now lead 1-0 against the Angels. Gurriel steps into the box and takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. So good, he's still throwing that fastball. He's not giving it a whole lot of off-speed pitches. Gurriel hits it down third. He gathered it up and throws it onto Pujols for the out. Well, 1 out. Nobody on, bottom of the second, but the Astros now have a 1-run lead. And here comes George Springer, former World Series MVP. Georgie. Down low. They're going to be probably dancing around Springer. You can't imagine they'd come right at him. The dude has power. He has speed. Oh, and he bloops it right over the second baseman. What a hit. That ball was outside of the zone, and he just lines it right into the outfield for a single. They are starting to build momentum. And here comes Carlos Correa letting one go over the heart of the plate. This man is a beast. Okay, he's only like in his early 20s, but I will say he is a man and he is a beast. 0-2, 1 out. Springer's on first. Need to see if we can't bring him home. Oh, he fouls it up behind the plate and into the stands. All right, still 0-2 for Ohtani with the delivery. Outside, trying to get him to chase it, and he did not fall for it. Now the count is 1-2, bottom of the second inning with 1 out, 1 person on. Oh, and he tries to take it the other way. That's the smart play. That's one thing about Correa, is he has got a lot of baseball intelligence for as young as he is. You see those pitches coming to the outside, and he's trying to take it the other way. He's just a split second off of it. The 1-2 delivery, he pulls it. Third base, they're going to turn to the second, and on to Pujols at the first for the double play. The Astros scored 1 run on 2 hits in the bottom of the second to take a 1-0 lead. And for the Angels, there's Castro, Pujols, and Simmons due up in the top of the third inning. All right, here comes catcher Jason Castro, former Astro, if y'all don't remember. All right, 1 for 19 lifetime versus Verlander with 9 strikeouts. That is not something to be proud of if you are Castro on that one. He's had a pretty good career, just as long as he's not facing Verlander. Fouls that one back. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes in the top of the third inning. Verlander delivers down low, tried to get him to chase one in the dirt. Stubbs, the catcher, is going to have to do some serious work if Verlander keeps throwing it. And look at that. The last 4 outs by Verlander have been strikeouts. He's only faced, 7 batters with 4 strikeouts now. Pujols comes to bat. This is a man who rarely ever strikes out. But I think Verlander's got his number a lot now. Pujols is a little bit older. Now he's under a little bit more pressure with a 1-1 count. Swing and miss on the high fastball. On the alto queso, as we call it around here. 1-2. Boom! Got him looking with the backwards K. That's 5 straight strikeouts for Verlander. He is feeling it on the mound today. It's going to be hard to beat. High fastball for a strike. Simmons is 8 for 38 against Verlander. Verlander's got a lot of really good records against these batters. So you'd think that this should be a pretty decent game for him, but don't be fooled. The Angels have got some power in their lineup. Okay, so he's still got to be careful. Even though he's got the good record, he has the experience. Oh! Stubbs mishandles it, but he gathers it up. Throws it for, guess what? The 6th straight strikeout. Angels score 0 runs on 0 hits and still are down by 1 to the Houston Astros. Josh Reddick is going to be first to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Had 14 home runs last year, kind of not as good as you'd expect from your right fielder. And once again, like a lot of the Astros players, come the World Series, he didn't really show up as much as you would like. But, as I said before, new season, new beginnings. And he hits a liner going out to center field, drops right in front of Mike Trout. Reddick has put last year behind him and says this is a new year. All right, Garrett Stubbs, the catcher, is coming up to bat. Lets that one go to the outside. We got 1 man on first base. Reddick's on first, 0 outs. And what I like seeing is that the Astros are letting Ohtani pitch. They're working up his pitch count. He's in the bottom of the 3rd. He's already thrown 33 pitches. And he's not as experienced on the mound as Verlander is, so he doesn't have that type of endurance where he could throw 100 some odd pitches in a game and still be good. 3-1 count to Stubbs. 1 man on, bottom of the 3rd. Is he going to swing away or does he let that one go? He swings and pushes it foul. Ooh, just a split second behind that fastball. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Outside, and Stubbs earned the walk. Michael Brantley, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout in the 1st inning, steps up to plate. 2 men on, 0 out. This is where you start to this is where you separate the teams, the good teams from the bad teams, even in game 1 of the season. A good team is going to get some runs in, extend that lead, and basically try to finish it off as early as they can. Brantley fouls it off. He's 0-2 on the count, and Ohtani delivers. Oh, and he plunks Brantley. Bases are now loaded for Alex Bregman. Had a ground out in the 1st inning, but now's his chance. 3 men on, 2 of them in scoring position. This is where the Astros have to start converting. They have got to convert in these types of moments. 1-0 in the delivery. Oh, and Bregman fouls it off. He was swinging for the fences on that one. Shohei Ohtani comes to the plate. Outside. Low and outside on the fastball. Ball 2. The count is now 2-1. Bases loaded. The crowd's getting excited. Woo! 3-1. Altuve's on deck. You do not want to walk Bregman, but you do not want to throw one over the heart of the plate. Walked a run home. Wow. Bregman on to first. 1 run scores. Astros now lead 2-0. Altuve at the plate. 0 outs with the bases loaded. All right, the count's now 0-1. Got him with a good fastball low and inside. Ohtani comes. Oh, and it's outside, but he stops it. He doesn't let it get it past him. That's good defensive play by that catcher. The wild pitch almost got away from him, but he did well to cover that up and to block it. 1-1 to Altuve. Ooh, Altuve wanted to swing, just came around too early and pulled it down third base side, foul. 1-2 is the count, bases loaded, no outs. Astros lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd, and the delivery comes. Whoo, high fastball, 2-2. What an eye. That takes some guts to watch that one go by. Oh, and he pulls a foul again, just barely. He's coming on it just slightly too early, a little too amped up. Needs to kind of calm himself down. Ohtani from the stretch comes home. Altuve gets a hold and pulls it foul. Yeah, Ohtani's at 22 pitches this inning. But one thing to notice, 11 balls and 11 strikes. Oh, now Tuve pops it up. Infield fly rule comes into effect. Man, he just couldn't get the timing down. Here comes Yordan Alvarez, Mr. Homer himself. See if he can do some more magic and drive in the rest of these runs. The Astros lead 2-0. Bottom of the third, only one out, bases loaded. The count is 0-1. Ohtani comes home. Oh, and he pulls it right over Pujols. One run comes in to score. That's all they're going to send. And that's a smart move. Keep the bases loaded. No need to get an extra out. Here comes Yuli Gurriel to the plate. High and outside. Astros now lead 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Bases still loaded and still only one out. Woo, some clutch hitting by Alvarez today with the home run and then the little bloop line drive right over Pujols. Oh, just outside. 2-1's the count to Yuli. Bottom of the third, bases loaded. You just don't want to hit that double play. That's the one thing you don't want to do, especially now when you're at a 3-1 count. A double play would just be killer of all the momentum that they're gaining. Oh, full count, bases loaded. Here comes the payoff pitch from Shohei. Oh, he pulls it, and it's a soft line drive to the shortstop. Yuli hits a little liner, caught for the out. Here comes George Springer. He's already 1 for 1 on the day in the second inning. Has a chance to really kind of start putting this one away already in the bottom of the third. Oh, and he blocks it again. Great play by the catcher. If he wasn't behind the plate, I guarantee you probably at least 1 or 2 more runs would have scored at this point. Count is 1-0. Oh, Springer pushes it just outside of the first base bag. Foul. 1-1 is the count. Ohtani from the stretch. And he comes home with it. Oh, what a cut by Springer. He was not holding back on that one. And the count's now 1-2. Springer, if he gets a hit, that's 2 runs. He fouls it off. He's staying strong. He's protecting the plate. Keeping himself alive. Oh, called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. The Astros put 2 runs on. Could have been more. The Angels have Fletcher, Rendon, and Trout due to the plate. It's their 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Basically the heart of the order. So Verlander's going to have to run through them again, and hopefully we can keep this at a 3-run lead. High and inside. Fletcher's 5 for 21 versus Verlander in his career. Ooh, high and inside again, but this time for a strike. 1-1's the count. Verlander comes with it. Inside. He's trying to hammer Fletcher on the inside. Not really brush him back, but just keep it there to make it hard for him to get a good solid piece of wood on it. Oh, he fouls it hard into the stands. Maybe with some extended netting that wouldn't have hit anybody. 2-2's the count, and he swings and misses. Another strikeout for Verlander. Add another one to the list. Anthony Rendon comes to the plate. There's 1 out in the top of the first. Verlander keeps hammering the off speed. Down low for a strike. Ooh, inside. The count is now 1-1 in top of the 4th inning to Rendon with 1 out. Verlander delivers. Ooh, Rendon pulls it, but pulls it foul into the stands. Count is now 1-2. Verlander comes with it. Oh, Rendon got it. See you later, my friend. Rendon crushes that one. You can see he saw it coming the whole way. Look at that mean mug right as he swings. Letting the power go. All the way into the Crawford boxes. 364 feet. Exit velocity at 97 miles per hour. It's the type of power I was talking about earlier. Now Trout comes to the plate. At least the bases are empty. So there's still 1 out, still the top of the first. The lead is now 3-1 for Houston. Oh, Yuli fumbles with it, recovers, and gets it over to Verlander. Woo! Got to watch out for those fielding errors. That almost became a big one. Tommy La Stella is now up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. 2 outs, top of the first. High for a ball. Count is now 1-0. 1-0. Verlander delivers. Ooh. Gets some good piece on it, but just pushes it foul down the left field line. Count is now 1-1. Verlander comes home with it. Oh, he gets a solid chunk on that one. Springer's running. He's not going to catch it. He plays it off the wall. He throws it into the cutoff man, Altuve. Altuve gathers it. There's no need to throw it onto third. Just hold it. Be smart. All right, man on second. Angels trying to come back. Upton at the plate. Verlander delivers that low off-speed pitch for a strike, as he's been doing all night. 0-1 is the count from the stretch. Verlander high with the fastball. Count is now 1-1. Man on second, top of the fourth. Oh, got him to swing at it, just barely foul-tipped it. Count is now 1-2 to Upton. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. Justin Verlander. I think 6-7 strikeouts so far today. Angels scored a run on the big blast over left field wall. Bring it down 3-1 on the game. Bottom of the fourth inning, Correa steps up to the plate to lead us off. Shohei Ohtani from the stretch as he does. Comes home with it. Oh, left that fastball out and over. Correa just could not catch up to it. And the delivery on the 0-1 pitch. Ooh! He was expecting another fastball. Did not see the off-speed and just yanked that off-speed down the left field line into the stands. 0-2. Outside. Try to get him to chase. The count is now 1-2 in the bottom of the fourth to Correa. Woo! Ball 2. The beast is not falling for it. Let the beast be unleashed. Oh, that's high. Full count. Full count. Bottom of the fourth. First batter. And the payoff pitch comes. Oh, Correa pulls it that foul down past third base. It's a hard hit ball. Just a little bit better timing, and he's got some good power to drive that out of here. Payoff pitch. Oh, Correa swings and whiffs. Tried to give it a little too much. Josh Reddick, 1-for-1 on the day, steps up into the plate. Had a single earlier in the second inning? Maybe the third inning, I think. Oh, well, had a single earlier. That's all that really matters. All right, so it's now 1-0 after that high fastball. And Ohtani comes home. Oh, that was a good pitch to swing at. Reddick lets the 97-mile-an-hour fastball come in. A little high and inside, but still in the zone. Ohtani delivers the off-speed. Reddick tries to push it. He's chasing it down by the foul line, and he catches it. What a great play. Garrett Stubbs comes to bat after having a walk at his first attempt. And Ohtani brings it to him with 2 outs. Oh, left that one just barely inside. It looked like a strike, but we'll go with it. 1-0. We'll need some calls like that going forward. Woo, that looked like another strike. Getting some things to really go our way. 2-0 to Stubbs. Ohtani with the delivery. Down low, 3-0. We are talking about a potential second walk. His first game of the season, first 2 at-bats. Ooh, strike 1 with the fastball. Low and outside in the zone. What a pitch. Can't ask for anything better than that. 3-1 delivers, and Stubb fouls it into the stands. All right, full count, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. And Ohtani delivers the payoff pitch. Oh, fouled it off again. Just fighting it off, fighting strong. Stubbs at the plate still. Ohtani with the delivery. Oh, and he plunks Stubbs in the shoulder. High and inside, but thankfully with an off-speed pitch instead of 98 miles an hour. So Michael Brantley comes to plate. He was hit by a pitch last time he was up, oddly enough. And we are at 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Stubbs is on first. He does have some speed, but not enough to score unless the hit's going to be pretty decent. Brantley fouls that one off to make the count now 1-1 strike. And Ohtani from the stretch, as usual, comes home with it. Oh, Brantley pushes it. He's got some power. Oh, I'm going to say the wind caught that one. Okay. So Houston does not extend their lead. It's still 3-1. Houston over Los Angeles. And the first up to bat for Los Angeles is Brian Goodwin. Struck out in the second inning. So Verlander with the delivery. Oh, Goodwin gets a pretty decent hold of it. Springer, he's got a beat on it. Caught down about midway through the outfield to George Springer. That was a pretty good play. And if you're going to beat Verlander, you kind of do have to jump on some of those pitches. Jason Castro is 0 for 1 at the strikeout. Here we are in the top of the 5th inning. Verlander has Castro at 0 balls, 1 strike. Delivers. Boom! High and away with that fastball. Count is now 0-2. Verlander comes home. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Strike. Stubbs catches it off the ground and throws it down to first to get him out. Verlander is on fire. Albert Pujols 0 for 1 on the day. Steps up with a strikeout at his previous at-bat. Verlander delivers. Oh, that was a fat pitch. Fast but fat. 0-1 is the count. Pujols takes it, pops it up. Altuve's chasing it down just past the infield and catches it for the 3rd out. Astros lead 3-1. Have Bregman, Altuve, and Mr. Homer himself, Alvarez, coming to the plate in this inning. Angels bringing Jaime Barria, it look like. Alex Bregman, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Had a walk in his last at-bat. And the pitch comes from Barria. 0 balls, 1 strike. High and inside fastball. Now the Astros are going to have to adjust. Low and inside on the off-speed pitch for ball 1. Count is now 1-1. Oh, Bregman gives it a cut down low and fouls it off behind the plate. Counts now 1-2. And he did not take anything off that swing. And Jose Altuve comes in 0 for 2 on the day. The ground out and a pop out. And even though they just brought in Barria, Angels have 2 right-handers warming up in the bullpen. Well, it's 1-0 to Altuve, bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Altuve pulls it. He's been kind of jumpy a lot of the game. He's been pulling a lot of these balls that have been coming to him. And Barria delivers, and he swings wild. He has a habit of doing that. Come on, little fella. Keep focus. Whoo! That looked like that could have been easily called a strikeout. Counts 2-2. Barria delivers. Inside. Full count to little fella. 1 out. And the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Inside. Altuve is going to walk to first. That is not the person you want. Angels now have No Ramirez and Ryan Butcher, a right-hander and a left-hander warming up. And Yordan Alvarez, Homer himself, comes to the plate. Ooh, lets that one go on the outside edge. That's smart, because if he does hit that, it's only going to be going into a ground ball. They try to pick off little fella. Not going to happen. Not today, good sir. Not today. Houston still leads 3-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Ooh, inside for a ball. Count is now 1-1. Altuve's on first, 1 out. Still with a 2-run lead. Oh, and he fouls it. Alvarez, who homered in the 2nd inning to lead off that inning, who got the run started for the Astros today, is now 1-2. Still fighting strong, protecting that plate. Barria comes home with it from the stretch. Oh, Alvarez swings and whiffs. He got fanned pretty bad there. Yuli. I'll just call him Yuli. No point trying to pronounce the last name. Gurriel. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs. Altuve's on first. Yuli pulls it down left past the 3rd base foul line. 0-1 is the count. Barria comes home with it. Low and outside on the fastball. The count is now 1-1. And the pitch. Yuli swings and whiffs on an off-speed high pitch. And they are worried about Altuve. He does have speed. He does have plenty of steals. With the 1-2 count, coming home. Yuli pushes it foul into the stands. All right, so the count's still at 1-2. Yuli is fighting strong, protecting that plate. And the pitch. And he hits it down into the second baseman, who's going to make an easy play, throw it over to Pujols, and Yuli is out. That ends the inning for the Astros. Simmons, Fletcher, and Rendon will be up in the top of the 6th for the Angels. Andrelton Simmons is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout today. And he's still having to face Verlander on the mound. He's already at 76 pitches for the day. That's only the top of the 6th inning. Simmons is 6 for 39 against Verlander. So that's what I mean. He's got a heck of a record against him. So you'd think we'd be doing a little bit better than a 3-1 lead. Well, then again, we've only scored 3. We've only let them get 1, so hey, just kind of how it goes. Count is now 1-2, and Verlander comes home. High fastball. 2-2 is now the count. And Verlander delivers. Oh, and he swings, hits a little pop-up. Yuli caught it. What a play. Inches off the grass. Mere inches, he makes the catch. David Fletcher now steps into the box with 1 out, top of the 6th inning, still down by 2. Ooh, that looked like it should have been a strike. David Fletcher is 5 for 22 against Verlander for his career. Oh, he had a read on that one. Came around a little too quickly on it and pulled it foul deep down the left field line. 1-1 count. He hits it to Yuli again. We said, Yuli, you got out the last few times you went to bat. Time for you to do some work on the field. Anthony Rendon, 1 for 2 on the day with a solo blast he hit a couple innings ago. Oh, Verlander says not today as he throws that nasty inside off-speed pitch. Down and away fastball for a ball. Rendon has 994 career hits. He's 6 away from 1,000. Scratch that. He's now 5 away from 1,000. And, oh my goodness, he fumbles it in the right field line. Reddick fumbles it and then throws it away. It looks like I'm watching Little League here. Turn a basic single into a triple with 2 errors, essentially by the same player. That's baseball for you. It will happen like that. The Angels still have 2 outs, thankfully, but Trout is up to bat with Rendon at 3rd. Trout fouls one off to make the count 1-1. And Verlander from the stretch, and he delivers. Down low, ball 2 on that fastball outside of the zone. That was close pitch. And Verlander comes home. Ooh, 2-2 now. With 2 outs, man on 3rd, bottom of the 6th inning, 2-run deficit by the Angels. Oh, he gets a hold of it. Is it going to fall? It falls in right short of Brantley. Trout gets an RBI, but it is only a single, so he's on first. And Tommy La Stella comes to the plate. And you do have to keep a watch on Trout. He has got some wheels. Verlander comes home. La Stella lets it go by for an inside ball. 1-0. Lead is now only down to 1 at 3-2 Houston. Oh, and he hits it. Stubbs gathers it in front of him. What a great defensive play. He's made at least 2 or 3 of those already this game. Count is 2-0. Verlander comes home. Line drive right past Bregman's outstretched glove. Brantley gets the ball in quickly before anybody advances past second. The Astros have Davinsky and Peacock in the bullpen warming up. And he hits it deep. Brantley, oh, with the Statue of Liberty catch. Just holds it up. Looks beautiful and patriotic. Angels score a couple runs, and that inning make the game 3-2 Houston. George Springer, who's 1 for 2 on the day, steps into the box to lead us off in the bottom of the 6th inning. With only a 1-run lead now Oh, and he hammers it right up the gut. Sends it back where it came from. Says, I do not want this. For a perfect hit on a single. First pitch, he's swinging. Here comes Correa to the plate with Springer's on first. Bottom of the sixth. They're going to try to extend this lead. Correa gives it a cut and fouls it off down the right field line into the stands. 0-1 is the count. Maria from the stretch. And he comes home with it. Low and outside on the off-speed pitch. Count is now 1-1. Springer can run. It is something they have to watch for. He comes home outside. The fastball. 2-1 is now the count to Correa. 0 outs in the 6th inning. 1 man on. Oh, he got a hold of that one right to the third baseman. Oh, what a great defensive play by the Angels. You got to respect the game, folks. That was an amazing play in the hot corner down there. Now Reddick steps into the plate after the double play. Takes a ball on the inside, 1-0, and Berea comes home. Reddick pulls it just foul past the first base line. The count is now 1-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, Astros only leading by 1 run at 3-2. Down and outside. The off-speed pitch for the ball. Count is now 2-1, and Berea comes home. Reddick pulls it again. He's just slightly too early. Count is 2-2. Berea delivers outside. Full count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1-run lead. And the payoff pitch. Reddick pulls it, and it doesn't get past the second baseman, who throws it on to Pujols for the 3rd and final out. So the Astros don't add anything to the board, and the Angels have Goodwin, Castro, and Pujols due to the plate at the top of the 7th inning. Brian Goodwin, who's hitless today, and pretty much all spring. Verlander delivers. Verlander's sitting at 96 pitches. But you got guys that are 2 for 10 against him. You kind of have to let them stay in. Woo, look at that off-speed pitch right over the middle, but that movement had him fooled. Count 1-1. Oh, and he fouls it down the third base side. And that count is now 1-2 at the delivery. Down and away for a ball. 2-2. So he's got to start throwing that off-speed more. His fastball is getting a little wild, and look at that. Nails him with the off-speed pitch for a strikeout. Verlander's passed the century mark at 101 pitches on the day in the top of the 7th inning. Jason Castro to the plate, who is now 1 for 21 lifetime against Verlander. Allows the first pitch to be a strike, so an 0-1 count. And he hits it. He gets a pretty decent shot against the shift. Brantley chases it down. Stops Castro from advancing anything beyond first. And Chris Davinsky comes in. They decide to replace Verlander. It was about time. The man threw well over 100 pitches. Had decent strikeouts and a decent day. Give him the rest he has deserved. All right, so Davinsky's first pitch of the season comes down low for a ball, 1-0 to Pujols. Pujols gives it a cut, just a split hair behind it, and fouls it down the first baseline into the stands. Count is now 1-1. Davinsky delivers. Pujols pulls it just enough for it to go foul. Just enough. Count is now 1-2. Davinsky comes home. Oh, Pujols hammers it right up the gut for a hit. Springer gets the ball in quickly, so now we got a man on first and second with only 1 out, and they're only down by 1. The score is still 3-2, but that could change. Swing! Oh, wait, not even a swing, that's a ball. What am I talking about? Count is now 1-0. And Davinsky delivers. Count is now 2-0. 2-0, man on first and second with only 1 out. Andrelton Simmons. He grounds it to Bregman. He turns it to Altuve. Altuve gives it to Gurriel for the double play. What a quick turn that was around the horn. And they hold him to nothing. Angels now have 2 runs on 8 hits. Astros still have 3 runs on the 5 hits. Garrett Stubbs, who has walked and been hit by a pitch today, comes to the plate. And he lets the first pitch go by low before a strike. Count is now 0-1. Berea is still in for the Angels. You don't really see relievers stay in for all that long, but they are keeping with him. And Stubbs pulls it down to Pujols, who's not going to let that get by him. He's not going to Bill Buckner that one. Michael Brantley comes in. He's 0 for 2 for the day with being a hit by the pitch as well in the 4th inning. Berea delivers the first one for a strike down low with that fastball. He's hitting the down low fastball on point. And now apparently he's hitting the down low off speed because it's now 0-2 to Brantley. Oh, he lets that one go high. Little trash pitch as we call it. 1-2 and Berea comes home. Brantley gets some wood on it, but not nearly enough. As Upton fields it real easy. That's what we call the old can of corn. All right, look up your old-timer baseball language. You'll know. Alex Bregman comes to the plate, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, he got it. See you later. Oh, baby, and he fouled it off. That is no bueno. Oh, after that long strike that went 400 feet, the count is now 0-2. And he bounces it into Bregman. All right, Bregman is with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2 is the count. The pitch, Bregman pulls it right past the third baseman. Oh, he turns. He's safe at first. They couldn't get the throw in. He is safe at first. What hustle. What effort. He bounces it again. Bregman takes off. He's going for second. He slides and he's safe at second. He's safe at second. What a play. What a play on the wild pitch. The tables may be turning. Altuve standing at home. He hits it. It's going between the fielders. Trout takes it in. He throws it into second. Altuve's nailed a second, but not till after that run scored. The Astros have extended their lead to 4-2 on that hit by Altuve, who was then thrown out at second. Ryan Presley is going to come in for the 8th inning. Kind of act as that buffer between the closing pitch and the reliever. And Presley gets ready to deliver his first one. 35,503 in attendance. Not too bad for an opening day game. Count is 1-0. Presley delivers it. Oh, and he bloops it right into the right fielder. Reddick picks it up and throws it in. First batter, first hit. Man on first. Rendon comes to the plate, who homered earlier in the game, but hasn't done much since then. I guess besides a single. He gets a hold of that one. Springer's chasing it. He's on the run. He reaches up and catches it over his head. What a play by Springer. Oh, that looked like that was out of here. Just not quite enough. Here comes Mike Trout, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Steps in to bat. Down by 2, top of the 8th inning. 1 man on, 1 out. Presley comes home with it high and outside on the fastball. 1-0 is the count to Trout here in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, he swings and misses on the next pitch. The count is 1-1. Presley checks over at first. And now he comes home with it to Trout. Trout swings and misses again. He was not ready for that inside fastball. Presley coming down the pipe. Oh, high fastball. Had Trout totally fooled. So strikes him out. Tommy LaStella is the next to bat. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Not who you want up in the top of the 8th inning with 1 man on and 2 outs and you only have a 2-run lead. But this is where we're at. Okay? As my parents always said, you don't get what you want, you get what you need. And the Astros apparently need LaStella to be up to prove that they can get him out. The count is now 2-0. Presley comes home. Oh, LaStella rips it. And it falls just short of being a home run. Springer fields it off the fence. He throws it into the cutoff man. Listella staying at second. And the runner from first scores to cut the lead in half. It is now 4-3 Houston. Top of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Justin Upton is to the plate now. Presley, high fastball for a ball. The fans are starting to get on their feet. They are feeling the pressure. And he fouls that one off. The count is now 1-1. Presley keeping an eye on the runner. And he comes home with it. Down low for a strike at the very bottom of the zone. That off-speed pitch, everybody was fooled. Even the umpire, apparently. And he swings a fastball right by him for the strikeout, holding them to a 1-run lead. The Angels got 1 run on 2 hits. The score is now 4-3 Houston. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Yordan Alvarez steps to the plate. He is responsible for 2 of the RBIs that have been scored by Houston today. High fastball coming from Berea. And I guess it's one of those, you got to play multiple games, so you don't want to use up all your relievers. You want to make sure they're all rested for the future because you probably got a long stretch coming ahead of you. So Berea is going to be staying in. And the count is now 1-2 after a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the 8th. Berea delivers. Alvarez fouling the ball off still. Keeping it close, though. He is making sure to battle. He's not giving anything away. Oh, he gives it a heck of a cut at that 93-mile-an-hour fastball and misses. Yuli Gurriel, who's hitless on the day, comes to the plate, seeing if maybe he can change the tides. Ball's down low. Count is now 1-0. Berea delivers. Gurriel hits it. Oh, and it gets gathered up by the second baseman, who spins and throws it onto Pujols for the out. He's getting contact, and that's what you need. Yuli is getting contact, and eventually those are going to start becoming hits. Mr. MVP comes to the plate, George Springer. Oh, he had a bead. He was just too early on that hanging off-speed pitch and fouls it off. 0-1. Berea delivers. Ball low and outside. That was a real close pitch. The count is now 1-1. And he comes home. Springer grounds it out to the second baseman. Throws it over to Pujols for the easy out. And this is what we hope for in game 1 of your season. Coming into the top of the 9th inning, 1-run lead by Houston, 4-3. And Houston is bringing in Roberto Osuna, who last year made a pretty good staple as being the team's closer. Since they kind of struggled with that in years past. But he made a pretty good statement for it last year, and they're going to carry it on with him through this year. 98-mile-an-hour ball for the strike on the outside edge. Osuna throwing some heat, coming home with it. 94-mile-an-hour. That's not his main pitch before a ball. 1-1 is the count, and he delivers. Fouled off. The 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's going to be hard to get that timing on it when you've been seeing 95 and 93. He pulls it. He gets a hit through the shift, and Springer scoops it up and throws it on into second. Okay, here comes Jason Castro to the plate. Osuna checks first, delivers it home low inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 1 man on, top of the 9th inning. Castro fouls it off. 100 miles per hour. That is, as we call it, the pre-bullet. The pepperoni pellet. He is throwing some cheese today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Castro. Osuna delivers. Fouled off. Got a pretty good hit, just not good enough. Still the count's 1-2. Osuna comes home and he's outside for a ball. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out, 1 man on first. Castro swings and misses for the 3rd strikeout of the day. Albert Pujols, old reliable, steps to the plate. 1 man on, 1 out, down by 1 in the top of the 9th. Osuna to the outside for a ball with his 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And 1-0 delivery. High. 2 balls, 0 strikes. To Pujols. That is not who you want to put in a good hitters count. Osuna, 97 on that high strike. That gets fouled off by Pujols. 2-1. Osuna delivers. Pujols swings and misses. Who saw an 88-mile-an-hour off speed? Definitely not Pujols. Count is now 2-2. Osuna comes home. Woo! Tried the low and outside off speed again. Full count. And the pitch. And it's fouled off. Remaining at a full count. 1 man on, 1 out, top of the ninth. The payoff pitch. He is flipping that off speed at him. He's not giving him that. Not giving him the heat. Oh! He hits it down to third. Bregman scoops it up and tosses it over to first. And gets him out with a great play on that one. No chance at the turn and 2. Went for the smart move on that. Andrelton Simmons comes to bat with a man in scoring position. Angels down by 1. Oh, and a 99-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike comes in. Simmons is only 1 for 7 against Osuna lifetime. 0-1 pitch. Down and away with his off speed. Count is now 1-1. And Osuna comes home. Swing and a miss. And the crowd is on their feet. They are cheering him on. It's 1-2. Osuna delivers. And he bounces it in. But Stubbs with a great recovery decided to throw it down to second base. I don't know. Maybe to speak to Rube Baker about how to handle that problem. 2-2's the count. Crowd is amped up. He comes home with it. He fouls it off. Remaining at 2-2. The crowd is standing up, eating hot dogs, drinking their drinks. Inside, full count. Oh, this can't get any more tense. He can't be doing this to me. Full count, payoff pitch. Hits a strikeout. He hits him with the off-speed pitch on the inside corner. What a pitch. No one saw that coming. The Astros win Game 1 of the 2020 campaign. What a play. What a game. That was everything you hoped it would be and so much more. As the Astros go out to congratulate each other on the field, Verlander gets the win. Osuna gets the save today. What a play. What a game. And we're going to be bringing more of this action to you with other teams as we go throughout the season. Like I said, it will be at random points until we get to the playoffs, where we will start to probably show almost every game. So stick with us, like us, subscribe to us, and we will see y'all next time. Stay safe.